r/AskReddit, what modern social trend pisses you off the most? Posting your kids' entire lives online. Spoiler alert, most answers are social media. Glorifying celebrities and treating them like gods. Like, I understand being a fan of someone, but you don't have to create an entire livelihood around them or try to emulate them. This is also how people get into positions of power when they shouldn't be. Public grieving, and berating those who don't grieve publicly. When Chadwick Boseman passed away, people were hounding his co-stars regarding their responses. When Malik B of The Roots passed away, Questlove actually found out by being spammed on Twitter by a bunch of strangers. Imagine finding out one of your closest friends died, because random strangers wanted an immediate response from you. Making young children into social media stars. It's fine to share pictures of your kids with friends, but aggressively documenting and marketing your family life for the public at large is creepy. The reaction that provokes on me is more cringe than pissing me off, but I am sick of the XXXX reacts to YYYY videos. It's just so embarrassing to see these people acting out a reaction just to satisfy the actual consumers of the product that is being reacted upon. How everything needs to be on social media. I have to explicitly say to family members, please don't put this on social media at family events etc. As an example, trying to post that I had gotten engaged on Facebook before I'd even got to tell close family and friends who weren't actually there, then getting defensive when you say, can you not post that please? I'm just so glad the licking things at the store trend is over. It is over, right? Please tell me that's finally done. The I'm going to disrespect my way to the top of the world thing that Jake Paul is doing. The celebration of bad attitudes, habits, and toxic traits. People would rather be praised for being a villain than to be obscure. People would rather give praise to a villain than to spend a moment not entertained. This obviously hasn't been as big a deal for the last year or so, but the lack of basic etiquette around invitations or even just making plans. People feel absolutely free to not respond until the last minute while waiting for something better to come along, and they don't think it's rude to cancel last minute or just not show up without letting you know. Letting little kids have social media, unsupervised, they are not equipped to handle any of it, so many conflicts spawn out of it. Family vloggers horrify me. The concept of exploiting your children's lives for views is particularly awful, and because it's a relatively new concept, there are no real laws around child labor or exploitation concerning it. There are YouTubers out there right now who live in mansions worth millions of dollars that they got from shoving a camera in their toddler's face and demanding them to perform for strangers. I can't even imagine the psychological repercussions this will have on these kids in the future. Justifying being an asshole with "it's just a prank." Advertising slowly taking over every single aspect of our lives. I'm not really exaggerating when I say over 90% of the mail and phone calls I get are junk or scams. Data we generate simply by being online being sold to the highest bidder without any real way of stopping it, which in turn fuels more ads. Went shopping more than once at a larger grocery store? Congrats, you now get suspiciously tailored coupons mailed and emailed to you even though you don't remember ever giving them your addresses, meaning it's probably linked to your credit card and banking info. The internet is great for knowledge if you look in the right places and allows discovery of fascinating things, but it does sometimes feel like we sold our souls to somebody for it. How quickly misinformation spreads through social media. It's seriously a dangerous thing in society, and it's pretty terrifying. Treating opinion as fact and fact as opinion. Everyone has a right to have a voice on the internet, but not everyone deserves a following/authority/influence. Just because you paid off your car doesn't mean you're qualified to become a financial coach. Couples recording pranks on each other that are so painfully staged. It's the same super popular trends that are reproduced. Like, do you really need to act so shocked the 10th time your girlfriend pretends to strip in front of the camera but actually has clothes underneath her towel? Are you really that shocked? At this point I just block, but I just can't imagine people have that much time. Recording people in need for clout. Recording strangers to see their reactions. The notion that everybody needs to hustle and have a side hustle, like it's okay that we are all supposed to be cheap, ass used car salesmen hawking our wares with no shame or sense of self-respect. Edit. It also frustrates me to no end that people assume that because you are good at something or enjoy it, that you will also be good at and enjoy marketing and selling the thing. Two completely different skill sets. You can't just buy something now. Everything is a subscription. First it was just Netflix, then it was Dollar Shave Club, now every TV channel is a separate subscription. Every household item wants to send it to you over and over again. Nothing is released physically, so the only way to watch a movie or check out a new album is to pay someone monthly. Services that were offered for free or one-time purchase are rescinded and now offered as subscriptions. It's so obvious that everyone and everything just wants to milk you as long and for as much as possible, and people just buy into it willingly. I know people who spend like $200 a month on shit that was free like 10 years ago. People are even offering themselves on a subscription base now. I can't believe how cool everyone is with watching all their money disappear all the time. Driving while on a cell phone. Driving has always been a little frustrating, but now it's gotten insane. My girlfriend and I can call out with at least 90% accuracy who is on their phone. Abrupt lane changes, 20 miles per hour under the speed limit, swerving, looking at phone and missing a green light for 5+ seconds, and, my personal pet peeve, stopping 50 short of a light in a busy intersection during rush hour. Not only is the use common, but the entitlement that comes with it is across the board. Someone waiting at a green light 5+ seconds, I do a short honk to alert them, they give me middle finger, like, yeah, I'm the fucking idiot here, I can see you playing on your phone through your back windshield. The other day I had a girl pull across 2 rows of parked cars in a lot and had to slam on my brakes to not smash into her. Instead of saying sorry, she got out of the car, still in the middle of the lane, while still on FaceTime to film me. Like, it's gotten so bad that I don't see any real solution other than videoing all of these people/license plates and sending them to the local police. Edit. This is what perpetuates this kind of behavior. Social media influencers asking for free items unsolicited, then when of course they decline they threaten to, and in some cases do, leave bad reviews, forcing the company to have to respond to false allegations for no reason. This is more work related, but it pisses me off how there is now a work culture of always being reachable by email or text for whatever happens. A lot of places expect you to be pretty much on call even when you're not at the office anymore. I worked at an ad agency where days off sometimes didn't even feel like that, because I would still be getting emails about things and was expected to be checking them. There should be some level of balance between work and personal life, and I feel like that is fading because it's becoming more and more socially acceptable to adopt this type of culture. Posting infographics regarding certain topics to try and prove you're educated on the topic. The whole Instagram influencer thing. Why are we following these people? In general, just the fact that people aren't allowed to be private anymore. All your devices hook up to the internet. Your smartphone tracks you in God only knows how many different ways. Every business wants you to sign up for a rewards account, so they can harvest your contact details. Hell, even my PC and game consoles will rearrange my desktop just to show me advertisements. And if that wasn't enough, people give you strange looks when you tell them you have almost no social media presence. No Twitter, no Instagram, no Snapchat, no Facebook. Not to mention how people just get this confused look on their face whenever I get mad at them because they took a photo/video of me without my knowledge or consent and put it on their social media. Honestly, it shocks me to see how little people care that privacy is disappearing. Having an opinion about everything, even if you don't actually know anything about the subject. I don't think it pisses me off, but it baffles me. Heavy social media presence by ordinary people. I can't for the life of me understand why I'd follow some random person I've never met. I have actual people in my life, and I'm interested in them. A couple of days ago, I first heard the term momfluencers. Fucking really? Why would I base my children's upbringing on the opinions of some twit whose main attribute is the fact that she has time to do this shit? I have minimal social media presence, because why would anybody care to follow me? This isn't low self-esteem, it's just reality. I'm a completely normal, average person, and I know it. I don't fool myself into thinking the world at large would benefit from knowing what I think or do on any given day. I don't know if social media creates narcissistic people, or if it just reveals them. Thanks for the awards. I'd really rather not hear about how much money everyone either has or pretends to have. It's just depressing even though I know I should ignore it and focus on myself. Entertainment has eaten everything. Politics, personal relationships, sexual intimacy. The yardstick has become not how good are you at something, but how good of a show are you putting on. Edit. Holy cats, this blew up far more than anything else I've ever posted. I guess I touched a nerve, or a live wire. Thanks to all you folks out there in internet land who freely and generously gave your words to the cause. Everyone acting like experts on crazily complex topics because they either read a headline or one article that agrees with what they already believed. Taking Insta pictures and Snapchat stories of everything. Sure, your online persona will look like the cool kid, but people at a party who just lift up their phone to record every time something happens look hella dumb in my opinion. Just live in the moment. I'm exhausted with how vapid and fake social media is. Entitled social media influencers who contact businesses and practically demand free goods or services in exchange for exposure. That people think their lives need to be viewed to be lived. It's like privacy and being private are considered repressive. People are always online, posting about their lives, and everyone wants validation about every aspect of their lives. Just fucking live em. Influencers. I can't stand the term. It gives whatever dickhead thinks they are famous a feeling of superiority. Plus everyone seems to be an influencer and not actually engaging in proper life. Grr. Nobody is allowed to have hobbies anymore. If it's not a hustle, you should be doing something else according to society. It's infinitely frustrating. When I get off work, I'm going to play some damn video games and relax. I'm not going to worry about my side hustle. Spontaneous FaceTime calls. I'm in my goddamn undies, stop shoving cameras in my face. Edit. And by that I actually mean when someone else nearby starts a FaceTime and assumes you want to be part of it. TikTok/YouTube beauty challenges. Whether it's about normalizing something or accepting yourself, I feel like the majority of creators make those videos to show off how attractive they are. Social media posting equals life. This drives me bonkers. Why do people feel compelled to share every single detail about their life, or every thought that comes into their brain with the rest of their friends/followers? It comes off a desperate and sad emo. People recording themselves doing charitable acts like buying a meal or giving money to a homeless person. I can assure you that person does not want their face all over social media so you can get clout for being a good charitable person. Sure, do a good thing like helping the less fortunate, but you don't need to record it and have their face all over social media. Over the top pranks that involve staged violence or scaring passersby seems like a surefire way to traumatize someone. I have PTSD and it's not fun. People who film homeless people's reaction of being given food, or MOEY, or clothing, or whatever, the homeless have to take it, which is so demeaning to them being filmed, like their lives aren't hard enough. The fact that if you don't have Instagram and don't document your whole entire existence, you're a nobody and don't have a life and live under a rock. Excuse me, but since I deleted social media accounts, my life seems way more fulfilling and enjoyable than having to worry about how many people views my story and liked my photo of what dirt I ate for breakfast. Edit. I feel like I have specified myself by social media. I of course meant Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter. Reddit in my opinion is an anonymous platform to read certain informations, and yes, still social media, so I'm unbelievably truly sorry for the horrible misunderstanding. I hate the way social media has dominated everyday conversations. I have distanced myself from certain people because they'll actually reference their social media like it's a news posting. Me, hey, how have things been? Them. I got a new job, but it's been rough. I have been talking about it constantly on Facebook. You should look. Me, yeah, I'm done here. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the internet requesting me to create an account with an email and password just to access a page. No, Donnie's Discount Lawn Furniture. I don't want to be part of your fucking mailing list, or subscribe to your Instagram or what the fuck ever else. I just wanna check the price of a chair, and GTFO. You can't do a good deed unless you're recording it for social media. Basing your entire identity around political parties that don't even represent your interests. Going on vacation for the evidence, not the experience. Social media has exposed every cool place of interest and hidden gem out there, which is cool in theory, but it just means that everything is now more crowded than it used to be, and instead of actually enjoying the experience, people are just interested in snapping their shots and moving on to the next target. I saw the Mona Lisa pre-covered and expected it to be a crowded mess shuffling through a line for an hour to have 30 seconds to look at the painting. No surprise there, but it was depressing to see most people get to the painting, turn around and take a selfie, and move on without another glance. They only saw the painting through their phone screen. Influencers that focus on children. Using your real name / images / locations on social media, Gen Zers were told over and over again to never do this under any circumstances, and it made a lot of sense. Today's kids just post, here is a video of me, what I look like, where I live, and all of my stuff, and that's just asking for trouble. The implication that you have to be in a relationship to have worth or to be happy. I've spent my happiest days single. Non-stop consumption. Everything is designed to be consumed and then discarded. Nothing is well made, and people act like you're insane for having a phone that is over 3 years old. On top of that, the modern attention span has been decimated and information goes into one ear and out the other, with nothing actually learned. Weddings have turned into expensive choreographed social media productions worthy of Busby Berkeley. These shit shows empty pocketbooks and ruin friendships. It's gotten to the point where bridesmaids and groomsmen are expected to shell out thousands of dollars and use up their vacation time for multiple trips, while regular guests are told what color to wear. It's madness. Doing a stupid challenge that will end with one or more people injured, imprisoned, or worse. Examples: Tide Pod Challenge, Corona Challenge, Ice Cream Challenge, etc. Making depression and anxiety as an aesthetic one needs to have. Gender reveal. Rant time. Modern people, including most the people I've dated, getting pissed that I don't reply to them immediately. Why were you ignoring me, bro? I wasn't. I'm just not fucking addicted to my phone. People will bitch and moan about how I don't reply to them immediately, but if you put them all in a room, they can't look up from their phones to have a real conversation. Why did they ever fucking invent active statuses? It's so goddamn annoying to have people get mad at me because I used the calculator on my phone at work, and then people look to see that you were on your phone, and immediately think you're ignoring them. I'm at fucking work. I didn't even notice your stupid, fucking, bubble. How much we glorify being a workaholic. It seems like everyone is expected to be insanely passionate about their job, as if that's what they've always wanted to be, and they're so driven they always want to talk about how busy it makes them / how much they hustle, etc. It's to the point where it spawned that terrible life hack trend that just seems to be about freeing up time to work more. Like, must everything be so goddamn efficient? Sometimes I just enjoy staring out the window on my commute, or waking up slowly on a weekend morning or whatever, and it's perfectly okay to work a job you're just fine with in order to put food on the table and have access to health insurance, etc. Influencers. People thinking sass is a personality. Faking mental illnesses on TikTok, like seriously, that shit needs to stop. It's not funny nor quirky, it's just very disrespectful imo. Anti-vaccination. When vaccines were first discovered or developed, or however you want to say it, they were mostly seen as a scientific breakthrough, a great success, the wonders of mankind's great power and ingenuity. Polio, what polio? But now, it is trendy for many to be now smarter than several years of research and hard work, to know more in 10 minutes on YouTube than someone who has dedicated years of their life to study what other people before then also studied for years of their life, and so on and so on. Years of human evolution, growth, study, breakthroughs, accomplishments, ground to a halt by some jackwagon with a social media account. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or 1 like equals 1 prayer. Just please fuck right off with that shit. This is going to be super unpopular, but I can't get on board with those fail compilation things where someone is clearly crippled for life. Did anyone see that video where the guy skateboards down the banister along a flight of cement stairs, makes it to the bottom, hits the grass, and you figure, well, at least it's just grass, and then he crushes his head and neck along a cement pole? Man, I hope that guy isn't paralyzed. Public shaming. Terrifying how the blind rage of an anonymous crowd can ruin your life in hours. Playing music or watching videos in public without headphones. If I go to a park or the beach, I want to be able to hear the wind and waves and birds singing, not whatever obnoxious shit you feel you have the right to subject everyone to. Corporations thinking they're entitled to your time, everything you buy, service you use, place you go, it's rate your experience, please leave feedback, how was your visit, etc. If you're not paying me, then I'm not devoting any time or energy helping you improve your business. Seems pretty fucking obvious, but somehow this is no longer the norm. Bad manners. The politicalization of everything and people doing certain things solely to display which political ideology they subscribe to. I see a lot of doctors on TikTok/Instagram doing do's/don'ts of patient standards, and I don't feel comfortable with that. It almost makes me uncomfortable and wary of seeing a physician. I'm afraid they will judge me. Educating the public is one thing, ridiculing patient experience because of something they are unaware of is another and should not be allowed by employers. Mommy wine culture, the normalization of needing to drink to tolerate your kids. As a mom who doesn't drink, it seems like there is so much normalization of alcoholic behavior that it makes me sad. When people romanticize mental illness and disorders, I'll see people say, oh, I wish I had Tourette's, it seems fun, or I wish I had depression so I could have an excuse to be sad. Tics aren't fun, depression fucking sucks, you don't want these things. Also, when people self-diagnose without really intense research, people will just say, oh, I have OCD just cause they like to line up their pencils. That's not what OCD is. How people try to destroy you or simply frown upon when you don't join whatever bandwagon they're on. Requiring that everything be positive and not allowing anything negative, it is like a child sticking their fingers in their ears and pretending they can't hear something they don't like. Jokingly saying you're OCD or at just because you like tidying up or get distracted, if you actually have those ailments, they control most of how you live your life. Double standards. Worshipping billionaires. Another one of mine is plain articles of clothing like a t-shirt where the only thing on them is a large graphic of the logo of the brand that made it. See it a lot with Gucci. People are literally paying hundreds of their own money to be a walking advertisement for a company. When people see someone in distress, instead of helping they whip their phones out and film. Social media and smartphones have absolutely messed this world up. Faking disabilities/mental disorder for TikTok clout. Words like victim and survivor being thrown around so much to the point where they are losing their meaning. Most modern makeup/beauty trends, my main problem with them is that they all seem to age people. The big lips, the contouring and heavy makeup, the huge eyebrows and fake butts. Big lips, eyebrows, and butts look great when they're natural and fit your face. But the problem with making facial features trends is people with bone structures never made to have these things get them surgically pasted on, and it looks awful. Same with makeup, there's one style of doing makeup that is trendy, but it doesn't fit every face, so many people end up looking awful when they try them, and the IG makeup look is just cakey looking and unnatural. I prefer the makeup looks of 10 plus years ago. We sometimes laugh at the questionable eyeshadow choices and all the bronzer, but at least people still looked like humans, albeit with way too much lower lid eyeliner. The always available mentality. If I don't text back or if I ignore your call, whether it's personal or professional, it's probably because I'm doing something or do not have the mental energy to make decisions at that exact point in time. I will always get back to you, but it may not be immediate. I'm really worn out of the speed of decisions causing whirlwind effects downstream. Unless it's a straight up emergency/crisis, it can wait. People writing in dogs' voices saying human, that's easily my top one. Gender reveals, so stupid. Lip injections. Food blogs for a simple recipe. I don't give a fuck about reading a story before reading a recipe. Toxic positivity. Just be positive. Yeah, thanks Carol, I didn't realize just staying positive would cure my chemical imbalance. This is going to be controversial, but posting your kids online. We keep a very limited digital footprint of our kids. They don't have the ability to consent to having their whole lives shared. I personally am happy I'm too old to have had that happen to me, and I hope in the future they thank me for not overexposing their private lives. blowing things up without doing any research. So many people have been cancelled off of completely false evidence and struggled because of it, and their reputations are just permanently affected because people refuse to listen to both sides of the argument the second an accusation is made. People sacrificing their humanity for some dumb internet trend. Thanks for watching. Comment suggestions for any future videos and make sure to subscribe to not miss out on any more good content. I upload daily videos from r/AskReddit, and if you like the video, make sure to like the video.